it be? Who will he know? PSYCHE Show. PSYCHE Show. PSYCHE Show.
You stay on me, they came on you. Thought your ass was relevant, then not true. You stay on me, I stay on you. Thought I was your relevant, then not true. You lie on me, that shame on you. Still ain't rock my old shit, this ain't new. You fucking my old bitch, how that do? And she still on her own shit, what a fluke. You run on me, that shame on you. I'm the nurse, just got you know. Now I'm rude. Pull up on your centerfold. What I do? Fuck up with my eyes closed. A perfect shoe. She come on me, I come on you. My girl got a girlfriend. She bought through. Told me she like doggy style. She gon' be through. She fuck me in the back. I'm a new. You stand on.
Alright man, we here, we back once again. Episode 6 of the fucking Psyche Show. Tonight, we have Aesop Ego. This is my guy, man. This is my guy. Known him for a long ass fucking time. Very talented, very fucking talented being in the room right now. I got extremely fucked up last night. Performed for like the first time in like maybe like 3 or 4 months and shit. And yeah, made the decision I'm not drinking tonight. We chilling, we coasting. We gonna go ahead and get into this right fucking now. You got anything you wanna say before we even start this shit off? Shit, you wanna anything?
Nah, I missed the show, man. Where was the show at last night?
What's the name of that venue, Locks? Oh yeah, we got Locks behind the camera, my boy. Locks the Spirit King. Clutch as fuck.
I don't know where that venue is.
Behind the Psyche cam right now. It's on Lakewood. It's somewhere in Atlanta, but
yeah, I'm gonna come down next weekend then. Do it one Saturday. I'm gonna come to that show. It's been too long since I've been to a show.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at the footage from fucking Slop Jam that I had at Masquerade years ago, and you was there, you was backstage and shit, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like Casey was even at this event.
Yeah, I wish I brought the scum. I'm gonna bring that next time, that shirt, because I meant to like bring it down from this.
Yeah.
Got an old shirt.
Yeah.
Design.
He made a shirt like years ago. I used to go by Sicko Bart. And fucking, he had designed this shirt for me and shit like that. So it's like Bart Simpson with like my face tattoos on it and shit. It's pretty tight. Alright. So look. First question, right? What inspired you to name yourself Aesop, and does it transition into your art?
Aesop was like, since I was doing like animation, like storytelling and stuff, I always liked Aesop Fables. And that's sort of like the original idea of the name was from that.
Yeah.
But I just always thought it was a cool name. Like I like just like the graphic design of like those specific letters together, like the sound. I didn't really mean to like have it last so long. I thought it was kind of like a placeholder, and then it just kind of like I never changed it. So, but yeah, I always liked the name. I'm doing something new now. It's called Yon, Y-O-N.
Y-O-N?
Yeah.
What's the meaning behind that?
Well, that's just like I always like that one because it's like a southern word, like yon, like yonder.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it's sort of like southern heritage, but also like if you look at it by itself, it kind of looks like a Korean or like Japanese word, and it sort of sounds like something from Star Wars, like Obi-Wan, you know, like it sounds like a Star Wars name.
Yeah.
I kind of view names like that, like how they look graphically.
Yeah.
So I like the angles of like a Y, like O, and then N is sort of like in between that.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me like the Dune logo, like the new Dune movie from the books, like D-U-N-E. So that's how I sort of like come up with names.
You know, every now and then I like tag shit and shit like that sometimes whenever I'm like, you know, feeling like, okay, fuck it. Feeling itchy, I want to, you know what I'm saying, write some shit. Have you ever done any tagging or like graffiti? Like
Yeah, we did back in my old apartment.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got in trouble at the SCAD dorms. You remember that?
What? Nah.
I didn't do it like in the dorms or like around the street, around the dorm.
Yeah, they started.
And I remember the RA like said something to me, and he got mad at me because he made me sign a paper like I forgot what it was. It's just something like I'm not gonna do whatever anymore.
Yeah.
And then I signed my like signature. I signed my signature like it's a fucking RA. Like anyway, I don't know. Anyway, so I signed my name like Aesop.
Yeah.
Instead of like my name in cursive for like when I signed the paper, and that happened to be the same thing I tagged at the time.
Yeah.
And like he thought that was so offensive. He's like, why don't you write your real name? That's like offensive. Like you're like disrespecting me. I'm like, I did not even think about it. Like I'm not thinking about it that deep.
This is art too. On top of that.
Yeah, it's
SCAD. So look, fucking. I know you from Clemson, South Carolina. Can you tell me what growing up in Clemson was like? Cause you know I'm from Chicago. And like, you know, the South is just, it's different as fuck, man. It's different as fuck from Chicago. So like, what was growing up in Clemson like?
Yeah, Clemson's just like a college town. Like nothing to do except house parties.
Yeah.
So in like high school, you just go to like college parties all the time, like house parties or whatever.
Yeah.
So most of my friends were like older, at least in that time.
Yeah.
But as far as like the town itself, it's like in the country.
Yeah.
If the students aren't there, it's literally like a ghost town. So it's like nothing to do. So you just spend time going to like the mountains, lakes, like doing shit in nature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like pretty bored at the time. That's why like I spent so much time playing music, like playing guitar and painting, because like I was so fucking bored there.
How old were you when you moved to Atlanta, and like what was your like first experience that you can remember about Atlanta? Like were you nervous and shit? Like was your parents nervous about you like moving to Atlanta and shit? Because Atlanta really like the closest city next to fucking.
Well, my grandpa would bring me to a guitar center when I was playing guitar, like we'd buy some like guitar equipment or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the guitar center is like just north of Atlanta here.
Yeah.
And so he'd bring me there, and I was like, I want to go to Atlanta. He's like, we're not going to Atlanta. Like their country, they're scared of like the city basically. Like, we're not going there. So like the closest I would get as a kid is like to Guitar Center, like on 85. I came down one time because I had a friend who was like old enough to drive, and like I was probably like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And we drove down to Atlanta one time. My parents didn't know, and just like hung out here all day. Like went to Low 5 and all that shit.
Oh yeah, when you go to Low 5 for the first time, it's just like, damn, like this it. I'm out here. Like the first time I went to Low 5, I was an addict, low key. I kept going back to Low 5. Like I felt like it was like some like fairy tale majestic land that didn't really exist and shit. Like
yeah, we spent a lot of time at Low 5. Yeah, I mean we used to go there a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah. What'd you go to SCAD for? Like
animation, and illustration.
Yeah, okay.
Illustration minor.
Yeah.
But yeah, compared to Clemson, like Atlanta was like a huge upgrade from that.
Yeah.
As far as like having things to do.
Yeah. Fucking, alright, so I've known you to be into fashion like pretty heavy in the past like few years of knowing you and shit. Are there any stylists that inspire how the way you dress?
My favorite designer is YCHE, like Yohji Yamamoto. Actually, that's like Y3 is like mostly what I wear.
Yeah.
But not just that. I mean, I like what do I wear? I went through like a big phase of like Bape and Supreme, like most people do, like in high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly it's like a lot of Japanese designers or something like that. I don't. Or like I go to a lot of thrift stores now, so shit I don't even know who the brands are, so sort of mix that.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally like YCHE is my favorite designer.
Where are 3 of your favorite places to go whenever you visit Atlanta?
High Museum.
Yeah.
Probably the park, like Piedmont Park.
Definitely fuck with Piedmont Park. Piedmont Park is like somebody got like killed there or some shit like recently. Like it was probably a few months ago. I think think it was this lady or some shit, like some guy like killed her and they found her in the fucking park. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Someone got like hung
shit
there before, like
really?
years ago. Yeah, like
shit.
when I was a student.
I didn't even fucking. I mean, it'd be a lot of random ass shit like. The fucking Six Flags, that's like the Six Flags here is the same Six Flags where that boy went to go get his hat. When the shit was like...
Oh, that's where that happened? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. I didn't know that was in Atlanta.
I was like, damn, this Six Flags haunted as fuck. And then like at one point, I think in like 1996 or some shit, it was a flood in Georgia that happened around there. So the whole fucking like Six Flags was like flooded out.
I've never actually been there.
Shit is wild. I love you, bro. I fucking love Six Flags.
I guess it's kind of cheesy, but the aquarium.
Yeah, the aquarium.
We go there sometimes. Like I only go there if I have someone who's like never been to Atlanta with me. Then like we'll go to the aquarium.
Yeah. Nah, it sounds like a perfect ass fucking date. I still haven't been to the Georgia Aquarium, but they say that's the
biggest in the world as far as like,
that's wild. Yeah, I still haven't. It's funny because when you look at it on the outside, shit don't look that big. Yeah. But yeah, I fuck with the aquarium heavy too. I just haven't been to the one down here. Fucking, let me see. Hey, cut that shit real quick.
Whoa, ay, yeah, whoa, ay, yeah, shit. Taliban, cyclone, whoa, Taliban, cyclone, whoa. Ay, fuck with me, I fuck with you, you know how we do. Ay, shorty stuck to me like glue, I share but mama too. Whoa, I got beans, I know fiends. Tell a nigga what you want some lean, that's not me. I can send you to Bravo. Ay, should've hit my phone. Why you going off? Talking all that crazy shit. I should cut you off. Ay, swerving out in traffic with my package in your bra. Ay, glazy on my lap. Ay, dicky in your jaw. Saying you don't wanna be with me, but you dedicating songs to me, baby, that's a shame. Phone sex to get you wet, but you still can't feel my pain. Slinging cane to my games just to get you off my brain, man. Funny, hit me up, tell me it's bitches on go. Ex-bitch hit me up like you don't love me no more. Damn.
She gon' die for me. She gon' ride for me. Yeah. Bitch that says she straight, just look her eyes for me. Hey, what? Yeah, she hot. Yeah, the sun left. All these I just all my bills fire. I might hang them off. Tell me your desires. I won't pay it off. But my cheek I will. Baby cover bills. She a good mama. Down to pop that drop. Do it cause I'm Papa. Bitch, she can hold the chopper. Let go. Hustling. Yeah. Psych, yeah. Hustling.
Just had to take a little break. I wanted to fucking roll this joint with that mask on, but I can't do it because the fucking mouth shit not open. Remember I told you I was gonna get a harmonica? I got two harmonicas.
Can you play it? What key is an A?
You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know what key.
I think this one's this one's an A, and then that one's a C.
Okay.
Fucking, I mean, I still don't know any like songs for real. You feel me? But
you gotta switch them out for different songs for different keys.
Yeah. I was fucking looking at that one fucking.
Hey.
Yeah, like, you know, I like fucking
Copyright free
sometimes.
music.
It feels therapeutic. You feel me? Like, I was like, yo, fuck it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I had a
nah.
harmonica when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's it. Fucking when you switch it out, what you gotta like, what is it, a screwdriver or some shit, and fucking.
Usually people just have like, oh, you only have the one? You gotta, where's the C? You say you have one in C?
Oh yeah, it's over there.
It's like a whole harmonica, right?
Yeah.
Usually people just have one for each key. I don't think they switch them.
Oh, okay.
Or like change their song to fit the key.
Yeah. All right, so look, moving on now. After that little commercial break, you dig? Fucking. All right. Oh yeah. So you moved overseas a few years ago. What was the experience like? Like, where'd you go?
Oh yeah, I was in Taiwan and China mostly. That's where I stayed the longest.
Yeah.
China's cool. I think I wanted to go there specifically because like I kind of just wanted to travel like as far away as you can possibly go, and like
Yeah.
China's literally the other
I
side.
forgot we had the mic. Skirt.
Yeah, so I wanted to travel like literally as far as you can go. So that's kind of why I picked China. But I also had a lot of friends from SCAD who were from China or Taiwan. And I speak a little Mandarin, so I can go over there and sort of like survive on my own.
That's tight as fuck.
But yeah, I love it over there. Taiwan specifically, I want to like live there for a while.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Like it's a big city in Taipei, but it's
Yeah.
also like by the ocean, by the mountains, all that. Yeah, it's like a nice little town. It's not touristy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, so for those who aren't familiar, can you tell me some of the shows that you worked on and what was your role while working on them?
The biggest one is Midnight Gospel, so that's on Netflix. Duncan Trussell, he's a podcast. He was on like Joe Rogan a bunch of times. He's a friend of his, so.
Yeah.
But he also does like his own podcast, the Duncan Trussell podcast. So he wrote the show, and the show is basically like a space cast. Like the character goes to like these virtual worlds and interviews people in these virtual worlds who are like real guests in real life. So, and it was also created by the creator of Adventure Time, Penn Ward. So it's a collab of that. Yeah. So it's Duncan Trussell and Penn Ward from Adventure Time.
No, wait, go ahead. What you gonna say?
Yeah, so that was like the biggest one. For that one, I did compositing. It's like all the effects.
Yeah.
So like when you see like the crazy flashing colors or like warpy designs.
Yeah.
Because like the other department, like someone else drew the characters and someone else painted the backgrounds, and I sort of put it all together and add the effects to it, like camera moves, all of those type of things.
Yeah. So what's the most recent show that you worked on?
10-Year-Old Tom for HBO Max. It's more of like a King of the Hill style show. It's really funny.
So is it like what, dry humor and shit, or is it?
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
So like that one I did animation, like I actually drew it. But yeah, the art style is kind of simple, like King of the Hill, but it's like really funny as far as like the comedy of it is really good. The writing.
Yeah.
That show, I did a show called Fairfax for Amazon Prime. That one's about like hype beast in LA, like on Fairfax Avenue. And it's literally like a high school that the kid goes to, but it's like an art high school. It's like everyone is like a fashion student, and it's sort of like one brand is like a Supreme knockoff, and one brand is like a Off-White knockoff, and they sort of feud, and like that's the show is them like fighting. It's actually pretty cool. Like,
speaking of fucking hype beasts and shit, you remember that dude that used to walk around scaring motherfuckers for wearing Supreme?
In Atlanta?
Nah, he was from New York.
Fuck
And
Supreme.
then like he started going to LA, like popping
So what?
up
You got
the
Supreme hat?
fucking Supreme pop-up shops and shit. It was just like bitching motherfuckers who was wearing Supreme, like, yo, take the Supreme off.
I never heard that.
Yo. Oh
But
my God.
I mean, I walk by the Supreme store like all the time in New York, and it's like literally kids and their mom now, like, or like some like Chinese like resellers.
Yeah.
Like I don't see anyone there who actually like fucks with Supreme.
I can't read a spill.
Oh, who is it?
Oh, fucking Roger Rabbit, bro. One of my favorite movies of all time, man. I love Roger Rabbit. I used to watch that shit so fucking much as a kid. Damn. Break!
Alright, so Jesus.
All right, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, if you had to choose between the two, and why?
Okay, that's actually, I didn't think that was a tough question, man. Hold on, I gotta think about it.
Think about all the cartoons that, like, you feel me?
Probably Cartoon Network, because they had, like, Adventure Time. And, shit, why can't I think of what they had? But Nickelodeon obviously has SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking tough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like Cartoon Network always had the edgier cartoons.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was more, like, artistic and, like, forward thinking, I guess, like, with Adult Swim and all that.
Yeah, I used to love Cartoon Network for that shit, like when Tsunami would come on and fucking, I remember when like Adult Swim started coming on for like the first time, and I would always miss whenever it was coming on, so I never realized like, why is this shit so, you feel me? Because remember when it would come on, it'd be like some dude like swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
It'd be quick, you feel me? Like in the blink of an eye.
But Nickelodeon has Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
So I think SpongeBob was like definitely my favorite show as a kid, but Adventure Time was like the most like creatively fulfilling show. I'm gonna go with the Cartoon Network for that.
Yeah. Okay. I feel it.
That's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely tough. That's why I was like, let me go ahead and ask that. All right. Shit. Woo. So we got Cowboy Bebop on right now. And I'll put this shit on the TV because you definitely inspired me to watch Cowboy Bebop for sure.
Yeah, so that was like one of the shows from Adult Swim. Like that's where I first saw it.
So between Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, if you had to choose between the two, which
you know it's the same creator, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's the same creator.
That fucking says.
I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, he's a great director. He also did Space Dandy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I haven't, but
check out Space Dandy. Yeah. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is just like perfect from start to finish. Samurai Champloo is great.
Yeah.
I'm more like a sci-fi. I like sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
I'm working on a film right now. I'll show you later. It's like a sci-fi animation.
Okay.
So Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. What was I about to say?
This is the episode everyone dies.
Yeah.
Like everyone dies.
Yeah. Fucking always fuck with Samurai Champloo heavy because of like the music.
Right. New Jobbins.
Yeah. Like I was like, okay.
It's the same voice actor too. Spike and Mugen.
Would you really?
Yeah, they're the same voice.
Would you consider the Boondocks to be an anime?
Yeah.
Because I do. All right, bet.
Because anime is confusing. Like obviously, like, but as long it definitely has that style that people would consider anime. So.
Exactly. All right. Moving on to this next.
Would you call Avatar anime? Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think that one's more tough.
Yeah, that actually seems more tough. I mean, like, you can actually. Yeah, I'd say yeah. I say yeah. I feel like it is. You know.
Yeah, that's weird because it's like Chinese, so it's not even like anime, which is like Japanese, but it's also like drawn in a kind of anime style, but it's an American show. So that was weird.
I feel like the eyes and shit, like it's always in like the eyes of the characters. I feel like whenever I watch most animes, I notice like their eyes kind of be like the same and shit.
Yeah.
Except for on this, of course, like this one's more different. Like everything's not all like bubbly and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the Boondocks, they got like bubbly eyes. Avatar's like, you know what I'm saying? Just like those, over exaggerated features and shit.
They do sometimes. I hear like Ed is more drawn like that.
Do you remember that fucking SpongeBob video on YouTube where it was like the anime intro and shit?
Oh yeah, that shit's dope.
It's funny as fuck.
Have you seen that?
No,
we should pull that up later.
You're gonna have to pull that shit up. Like fucking, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that's a classic.
Where it gets fucking, where you got like injected with the shit from Plankton or whatever, and then like it's
like a mashup of like different scenes from SpongeBob, but set to like an anime theme.
Yeah, I have seen that. Okay, never mind.
Fucking. All right. Shit. So with you being into like anime and shit like that, like, do you ever watch hentai? I never watch hentai, but I always hear like, you know what I'm saying, my homegirls talk about it, like random people talk about it. And I'm like, oh, y'all really watch that shit and like get off to
I think that's true. I was about to say, because I think girls actually watch that more, because there's like yaoi or something. It's like boys manga for girls. And apparently, like, I think girls look at that more than guys. I don't know. I've seen it because, like, some of the art is really fucking good, like, surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I've seen it pop up on, like, Reddit and stuff sometimes, and, like, art discussions, and, like, the drawings are, like, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But I've never, like, actually, like, watched, like, hentai.
Yeah. Now I say, nah, me neither.
But I've heard, like, girls that, like, legit, like, will watch it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it might be that.
You know, Dragon Con. Like, you ever been to Dragon Con before?
Yeah, I went to Dragon Con.
The one here in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because do they ever throw any in New York? Pretty sure.
Well, Comic Con is in New York,
right,
like the real
right.
one.
Yeah.
Dragon Con's like a knockoff.
Yeah. Fucking,
But I didn't go to like the ones in New York. It's too crowded and like expensive.
yeah. That bar we went to too, Battle and Brew, like on certain nights up there, it gets fucking crazy. And like, you could definitely tell, like, it's like big titty anime girl vibes, like bitches that like hentai, like.
All right, let's go back. It was kind of dead when we were there.
Yeah. It was a chill night. But I definitely been there. The first time I went in there, that's when it was like hella fucking people, and it was just like, damn, like motherfuckers was dressing up like Tarzan and shit. Like this dude came in, it's like fucking Tarzan. Some girl came.
I can see that place getting out of hand. Like you get a bunch of you get a bunch of nerds together.
Yeah. All right. Most people don't know that you play music, but like, what are some of the instruments that you play? Like.
I play guitar. Sorry, my girlfriend's locked out of the apartment.
Oh shit, it still didn't work?
I don't know. I think she got in, but she needs the key. Anyway, so I play guitar. Mostly, I played guitar my whole life. I can also play like keyboards a little bit.
Yeah.
So I played in high school. I was in jazz band. I did like classic rock bands. I played classical, metal, and punk bands.
Yeah.
I can play drums. I can produce. I used to have like a SP404. I have a little drum machine now, like with like pads on it. So I used to sample. And so what I do now, I'm working on an album now. So I basically record all the parts on guitar as like a demo, but it's really going to be like synth and everything. And then I'm putting the drums. I'm basically doing the whole thing myself.
That's what I was about to say. Have you experimented with like fucking playing with the drums and shit on the computer and shit like?
Oh yeah, no, I have a machine, Micro Mark III. It's like a pad.
So like all the kicks is just like, are they like gritty like kicks and shit? Like, does it have like a?
Yeah, I use a drum set.
Feel to it,
yeah. I use like a 70s drum kit from Abbey Road. It's like kind of like a Beatles sounding drum set. Because like the music I play is like kind of indie, like Mac DeMarco, like Shintaro Sakamoto. It's like a Japanese like surf rock type band.
Okay, that's sick as fuck. I fuck that. Did you ever go to any karaoke like shits or anything when you was overseas? Because motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, overseas, yeah.
It's like, you feel me?
Karaoke is different in like China.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, over there you'll like rent an entire room and like have a like private room and like have dinner and drinks and stuff. It's basically like you have dinner there. People have like birthdays or like have parties there. Yeah, so here mostly people do karaoke like in public in a bar.
Yeah.
But there's usually like a group of like 10 friends like have a private room.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that a lot, like basically every week.
Yeah. All right, so we about to move on to fucking innocent or guilty. Alright, let me take a sip of this real quick. It's only high life, but it's high life. Look, I've gotten fucking shit-faced on like 6 like bottles of these before, and after a while it just starts tasting like apple juice.
Okay, so we just went to Tennessee and had like moonshine.
Yeah.
Like 80 proof, or like 120 proof.
Yeah.
60%, whatever. Like this is like water compared to like moonshine that we've been drinking this week.
Moonshine gonna get crazy, and I never even fucking had moonshine, but I've been around people while they was on moonshine. And be like, oh shit, all right, okay, yeah. Fucking, I got fucked up off of what's that shit called? Sake or sake?
Oh, sake.
For the first time.
I give you some.
Went to a fucking like
with me or
nah. It was one of my homegirls' birthdays and shit. But fucking it was just like, yeah, it will get you fucked up. I was like, shit, I had fucked up.
Yeah, I go to sake bars.
A bottle. I was like, I need some more of that. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, so in Japan there's like a street that's like it has like 100 like 200 bars and they're all sake bars and they only have like 3 like the tables are like this big. Each bar you can only have like 4 people in it.
Yeah.
But there's literally like hundreds of them in this neighborhood. So like
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah, it's not like a big bar. There's just like a bunch of tiny ones.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like street drinking.
Innocent or guilty?
Yep.
Have you ever participated in an orgy?
How many people is an orgy? Because I haven't done more than 3. 3 is the max.
I mean, so like, I feel like an orgy.
That's not an
would
orgy.
be like, shit. Orgy might be like.
It has to be like 4 or more, right?
Yeah, I feel like 5+ people.
He said 5+.
5. Okay, he's loose with the. Yeah, 3 is the max for me.
3 the max. 3 the max. Okay. What was that experience like? Like, was that like?
I don't know. What was it like? Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. It's positive experience. Positive experience. I'd recommend if it's the right. Right people.
Right. Innocent or guilty? Gotten in trouble with friends and snitched on one of them.
No.
Like,
well, not that I can think.
Even back to like childhood shit, where like if you were like a group of fucking friends and shit, like some middle school shit.
No, okay, so
like everybody got fucking in some trouble and shit. You just had to basically be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
it wasn't me, it was
I'm sure I did, but I can't think of it. But I do have a story where like my friend stole a bunch of shit from Hot Topic.
Yeah.
And got caught. But I paid for him because they were gonna arrest him.
Oh shit.
Okay, so it was a fucked up story. So not fucked up. I mean, like, my friend stole a bunch of shit from Hot Topic, and then like I don't know why, like we got away with it, but then for some reason we went back like later that same day, and he took something else. And then like got caught with that.
Damn.
So then like they made us pay, like they called the cops. I didn't do it. I didn't take anything. But I paid for it because he was gonna get arrested. I spent like $120 on like fucking bracelets and like the little metal bracelets, like shit like that, just random shit you buy at Hot Topic. And then so we got back, and I didn't want to say that because my mom gave me the money. I was in like high school, and then like I didn't have the money. She's like, "Where's the money?" I was like, "Oh, we kind of spent it." I didn't want to say that we like, "Oh, he stole this shit," and I had to pay for it. So I sort of got in trouble for that. She's like, "You spent $100 at Hot Topic."
Well, like, I worked at Champs. Like Champs.
Oh, you chased the guy out, right?
That was just that one. That was that time. This is something totally different. I had to chase this motherfucker. Look.
That was Foot Locker, right?
Yeah, well, it's Champs, Foot Locker, and shit.
Okay.
Like, they 2 different stores or whatever. Like, Foot Locker motherfuckers wear the stripes. It was like referee. And then Champs is like, motherfucker like a basketball referee, but like, just like navy blue, just like jersey or whatever. Anyway, fucking, I'm working in the back and shit like that. It's this dude named Andrew. This dude named Andrew, like, he came from New York, like, just fucking, like, I know, he come to work, like, coked up and shit. Like, you just knew, like, it's like this white dude, just gritty, like, fucking, it's shit missing in the back, right? It's shit missing in the back of my fucking job and shit. And like, me and him was like the only motherfuckers working like on the fucking shift and shit in the back. And like, he told me that he actually took some fucking like shoe cleaner and shit. Like, he was like, yeah, man, I've been taking, you know, like shoe cleaner home. Like, man, that shit really fucking works. I'm like, but he like, I'm like, is he only telling me this, or like, is this an everybody thing? Whatever. Pass it off. More shit comes up missing, shoestrings starting to come up missing. Then it moved on to like shirts, jackets. Yeah, my fucking, my manager and shit. He come up to me like, Leroy, no, I don't want to fight. I'm like, yeah, like, really?
So in that situation, I would definitely snitch. Like, I'm like, no. If it's like you're getting in trouble for someone else,
right.
You weren't even complicit in it.
Nah, yeah, like,
if it was like we're both stealing shit.
Yeah, exactly. You get caught, there's like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Don't rat out the other one. Like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck
it. You feel me? Motherfuckers was putting the job on the line. It was basically between me and him. motherfuckers asked me, like, you know, I was like, well, I mean, he did say he was taking fucking shoe cleaner and shit, socks and shit. And now the fucking jackets is missing, like, the fuck? Like, I'm not wearing that shit. Fuck that. That nigga did it. Like, they fired him. And this motherfucker, like, 2 weeks later, some, like, younger dudes come in there and shit. It's like 5, like, younger dudes or whatever. They come in there and shit. I'm on the floor. It's a hot summer day, nigga. The sales is booming, nigga. All this commission is on the line. These motherfuckers come in there and was like, oh, you Leroy? I was like, yeah. He was like, bruh, this dude outside tried to give us $200 to come in here and smack me. He was like while I was on the floor. Like, I was like, what the fuck? But they like knew me from somewhere, so they was just like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But it was just funny as fuck.
Did he actually pay them?
Yeah, nah, he actually gave them 200.
I mean, what the fuck? That's so random.
Nigga put a hit on me
For $200. Like, I can't tell if 200 is like a fair price for that or not. Like, I'm like, I would never pay 200. Like, give someone $200.
Go in there
like,
with the 200.
If someone
they showed me the fucking 200 too.
I would probably like say like, let me slap you. I'll give you 100. Like, I'll give you half. like, I'm not gonna like get my ass beat for $200 from someone I don't know. Like,
innocent or guilty? Had a one night stand with somebody at a party or a concert that you didn't know.
yeah. I mean, in my younger days, yeah. There's a lot of house parties. Yeah.
You got any bad ones? Like any like?
Yeah.
You got like the best ones. You got bad ones.
Right.
All right. So give me a fucking idea of the good one first, and then give me the bad one.
An idea of the good one?
Yeah.
Just like some hot girl.
Like, look,
just like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like.
yeah, just like a drunk college girl, like from Clemson or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, someone.
Can you remember the name? You don't have to look. If you say it, I'll beep or like shit.
Bad ones. I think most people, if they're probably have like had sex with someone they're not really attracted to. So I think that's happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna describe them, but.
Innocent or guilty? Mm-hmm. Stole someone else's idea.
Well, that's like the Andy Warhol thing, like great artists. No. You know, like. You don't steal the idea, but you take an idea and you can and like do it in a different context, so I can prove it.
Yeah.
Especially like after studying music a lot more, getting into music theory, you really notice how like so many people would take someone else's song,
right,
and just like recontextualize
like everything is inspired by something.
Yeah. Especially with music where there's a limited amount of notes, it's like almost impossible to come up with something brand new.
How do you feel about the lines? Fucking. It's not about who did it first, it's about who did it better.
That's true for like the general audience, right? Like if someone doesn't know better, like they get the credit for it and like might make more money off it. But I think the people who are like really nerdy about it, who like follow like music history, art history, like they'll know like you see a lot of people like who will like know the inspiration or like who did it and like give them credit. But as far as like popularity, it's basically the real ones know like where it came from.
Yeah.
Like you hear like Billie Eilish or someone, like half of her songs are just like melodies from like 60s songs, like rewritten. But I don't know.
Innocent or guilty? This is the last one,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can chop it up for the night. You dig? I'm about to get some good ass sleep, man. I'm
so tired too.
I'm tired, bro. Under this mask is a different face. Innocent or guilty? Pissed in a public pool.
A public pool.
Yeah. Water park?
Probably a pool. I've been in a lot of pools, so I think I probably peed in one. Definitely the ocean.
Purposely or like accidentally? Just like fuck it. Like,
Yeah, probably fuck it. I remember one time we snuck into some apartment one summer in Clemson, and like we had to like jump the fence.
Yeah.
And I feel like we pissed in the pool for some reason, and I don't know why, but I do feel like I did that. I don't remember if I did it or if like my friend did it for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You were like, you got in the pool, or you're just
no, like off to the side, not in the pool. I don't know.
Shit.
I pissed in like the street in New York a lot because it's hard to find a bathroom.
Oh
at night.
yeah, I can see that definitely being a thing.
Yeah, like on the subway stop.
Yeah.
And they don't have fucking public bathrooms, and the train is like 40 minutes late. Like you don't have a choice.
Yeah. Damn. Oh shit. So look, that was all I had for you. You know what I'm saying? Wait, you coming down next weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to come for the show. Yeah.
Bet I'm gonna get some. We gonna chop some more shit up and shit. I'm gonna add something.
Yeah, do some. Yeah, we can do more.
Skirt. Fucking bitch, it ain't over. It ain't over.